Uh, uh, ooh, dang. You know, uh, we'll go to this scene. Okay, so we're gonna try to get, why is the green screen effect open on my camera? We're gonna try to get telemetry working because I want telemetry working. Um, you know, oh, this thing. There you go. I want telemetry working, so I thought that it would be kind of smart to do it. Oh, yeah, I'm out of it today. Okay, so we're gonna get telemetry working. I don't know how I'm gonna screen share this, because of course there's concern of probably accidentally showing something that you shouldn't show on your desktop, which is pretty unprofessional, but we should be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we're gonna go to some scene, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna add my desktop, which is not again something you want to do, but we have to, because I would have streamed last night, but sadly it was just not today. It was not the play. I had to rest. So we're gonna put this here. I highly doubt that this is gonna go like well at all, but we've been not able to do any ACTI stuff because sadly it just doesn't want to work for me. I don't understand why. So we're gonna try to figure this out. Let's transition. I don't think there should be anything else silly going on stream that I wouldn't want people to see. You know, it's just the OBS and then the infinite screen. So we should be okay. So what we can do is go to Goggle. We can close the Rift. You know. Yeah, there's ACTI, so got some music here because I like listening to music, you know. Nothing too crazy on stream, I think. Sadly, you guys won't be able to listen to it though. So, new rules are we have to abide by the rules, or else we're getting in trouble and we're not gonna have a fun time. Let's gonna see. I'm gonna see. Can I? Where the heck is like Chrome? There it is. For some reason, the thing that I hate is that on this like mixer thing, you guys should definitely abuse this, but some reason this built-in mixer does not actually have proper inputs saved all the time. So whenever I open up Chrome, it actually just defaults to voice meter input, which is my default on my PC, and then voice meter aux, or for example for cable that I use for Discord. It just doesn't work. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about voice banana meter. These things are so spectacular, okay? So as you can see here, got my game volume, okay? So my game volume's like whatever the heck, and then I got my actual music volume. So if I need to listen to music, bamboozle, right? And then if I don't wanna, it's muted. Easy. Easy stuff. You guys should learn this. Anybody streaming should get this. Even if you're not doing VR. Like, I mean, in VR, this is actually helpful as hell. Because everything comes through those tiny ass speakers, and those speakers are not really the best. When it comes to having to listen to audio all the time, right at your ears. Of course, you'd want to get something like proper cans, but you can't really wear proper cans if you're trying to do minimum wires as possible. Like this this twisty springy cable is just a little too short, and it's going to be in the way as you're driving. So, you know, you can't really avoid a few things, but that's okay. So yeah, we're gonna just try to figure out ACTI because I really want this working. And there it is. So you won't be able to hear the music. Perfection, right? Okay, so come along for the ride. There might be a thing. Actually, just recalled that. Might be one thing I may need to block out, but besides that, I think we should be okay. So we can go ahead and do some, typical. So we're gonna go apps, Python, ACTI. So ACTI is the trigger, and we gotta delete this. Yeah, we gotta delete this ACTI folder. And then let's open up this again. I really love modding, but to some extent, modding like this is just tiresome. It's so tiresome, man. Like, whatever the hell. Also, Trevor, thanks again for this, fam. This really helped. Legit. Don't think anybody knows, but I fucking broke my shifter. So I can't actually race as much as I want to. Which does suck, but So my friend gave me his shifter to borrow, and along with that, his wheel, because sadly using a G27 shifter is not backwards compatible with a G25. You have to do like a modification to it internally for it to work, and I was like, no, I ain't doing that to my bro, so I'm just using his wheel in the meantime. So we just gotta make sure, under programs, let's see here, we're gonna figure out how to put the telemetry data for Assetto Corsa setup. It's gonna be some tough love. Programs, ACTI package. So the brig, or trig control. So this stuff, apps and content. What's in content? Controls, form, backup, GUI, icons and controls. I think they're just what it looks like, and the apps in Python, ACTI, blah blah blah. That kind of garbage. We're gonna delete everything and we're gonna install this as a mod with content manager. That way we don't have to worry about manually uninstalling all this, because that's it's a suck. So it looks like controls in form is actually its own thing, so we can actually just destroy this folder, and GUI, icons, controls, form, and it looks like there's this backup and an on-off switch. Okay. That's concerning. We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that. I don't know about that one. Ah, Jesus. Okay, icons. So we go to Assetto Corsa content, GUI, icons, and we just remove ACTI trigger stuff. So wherever you see A, sorry, ACTI trigger control, off, on, off, and on for. Bam. So everything from ACTI is manually uninstalled. Inside of mods, I'm gonna make a folder. God dang it. Imagine sneezing and you can't stop yourself because the mic's like right here. I apologize, stream. So we're just gonna go into apps, or we're gonna name this. I put brackets so that we organize this properly. So it is a app, and we're going to put ACTI trigger. Now this is a cool fact. So nobody knows this a lot, okay? I think it's hidden. It's not. It's not hidden. Anyways, JSGME is actually built into Content Manager. So when you're doing mods and stuff, hello, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Amid Al-Forel, how you doing? So yeah, when you're doing installs for mods on Assetto Corsa, you want to make sure that you're installing this, okay, just as you would a regular manual mod. It's a really cool fact. You have to make sure you're doing this. So we're gonna take a look at our blow-off valve. Got your apps and content in here, and this is the same thing as installing it as a regular mod. So this is apps content, and if you look in Assetto Corsa, your root folder, there's apps and content. So it's gonna drop everything that's inside of this folder into the main Assetto Corsa folder. JSGME is just that smart for you. It does it all for you manually or automatically. So it's basically still a manual installation, but not necessarily the case. So it's very, very helpful for someone like me who doesn't want to look for all the files again because it's annoying. So what we're gonna do is pop that inside of the folder that we just created because I want that done. So we're gonna go app ACTI trigger and apps content done. So everything that's inside this folder is going to drop into this main folder here. And since the directory is apps and content, if you go here, apps content. As long as it's named the same, you're safe. So apps Python ACTI. Done. That's all you need to worry about. Now, the one thing. Morning, Sean. Nice to see you popping in on the stream. We're trying to get telemetry data so we can be very analytical with our setups and stuff because I want to give that a try. It's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. So all this shit looks super cool. Basically allowing you to see live changes, even shows you how you're driving, things that's going on with the car. I'm very curious. There's even like a live track viewer, and I really want this to work because I find this kind of shit super interesting. So anything that can help me get faster, I'm willing to give a try, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Hi, Bruce. Nice to see you on the stream. We're just doing some telemetry stuff for Assetto Corsa. We're going to try to set up this application so I can see very analytically what it is that I'm doing wrong on track. This app over here. This thing's actually in conjunction with this program, Motec. They use this for real race car drivers to see what kind of inputs they're doing, what the car is doing, how it's behaving, and they try to fix that with setup. So I'm really hoping to kind of touch into that reality and see, okay, in a real race car driver's perspective, this is the kind of data that they'll have from their team, and their engineers will be analyzing it and seeing, okay, Seth, you're flat here, or you're going on the throttle too aggressively. Looks like the car is bottoming out. A bunch of terminology I'm not even aware of may be brought up by just simply looking at lines on a graph. So it'll be very fun to give that a try. I really want this to work, so we're gonna give this my all just before we start to race a little tonight. Or, well, today. I hope. So it looks like the PDF mentions just to drop that in there. I hate this so much. Mods for Assetto Corsa. I'm so organized. Programs. So they say just to drop that inside there and activate it. And then start an Assetto Corsa in-game session. Right hand side open, trigger control. So we can give that a go again. It says not to do any configuration changes, so we can just run the game. So we're going to install it. Altered by Motec telemetry mod. Oh, no way. Yikes. I think we already had the program. Oh no. Are you serious? Uh-oh. Okay, we can delete this. We have the program already, so let's disable. I hope nothing changed. I'm curious what's in here. Yeah, the trigger is actually already in here. Oh no. That's okay. That's okay. Let's enable it again, because clean install, right? And we're going to disable it again. Oh, I didn't know I had this already. Oops. Okay, we're going to change that. We're going to reinstall this properly. I hate this a lot. Mods for Assetto Corsa, programs, all this is annoying. So, in the package, I know in the trigger, we gotta drop all this in here. So just because I want to play it safe, we're gonna reinstall all the necessary files for this. You know, the annoying part. Perfection. Okay, now that that's all done, let's leave this open. Let's explore. We should be able to see that the date changed to 2014. Good. So we can enable it. We can go to settings. They say that we need to enable the app itself. It's enabled. And we can drive. So let's stick with something small. Gran Turismo experience. Let's go to good old Okayama. Indy 8.6 tuned. We're gonna put these controls to default, but we do want this on replay because I will be playing on a monitor for now to see if everything works. Default. Real conditions. Looks like it's 1:42 a.m. in Japan, so we're not doing that to ourselves. We're just gonna simulate it being at daytime. Okay. So we should be good to go. In-game session app thing. Start Assetto Corsa in-game session. That's what we're doing. And you have to open the app. Yep. Enter the full path to your local ACTI EXE. Gotcha. So we have to let this load. It's gonna take a while. There it is. So we're in game. We got a bunch of other extra apps, but that's okay. We'll turn off some of these. So now every single app on my screen is disabled, and now we can open up ACTI, trigger, and the settings. So, This all needs to be set. See if my inputs are all working though. Looks like we're good. I'm too close. Alright, so inputs look like they're working. When you're driving on a monitor, it's crazy. I can't drive in the cockpit. I had to drive on the hood. So, all of this is set. We're good. So let's put this in neutral. Actually, let's practice proper etiquette. We're gonna go to the side of the road, away from the racing line. Put this in reverse. There it is. So, we want to make sure that we set up the trigger properly. So we put the program in my documents. So that's a safe folder. There's nothing there. There's totally nothing suspicious in the documents folder. So there's ACTI. We're gonna take a quick peek and of course I keep closing it. Assetto Corsa programs, ACTI package. So they said to extract ACTI in here. So that's what we're going to do again. Like completely again. Because as you can tell, ACTI is not working. Excuse me, so we have to reinstall this. So the bin, res, workspaces, reference laps, all that stuff. We're gonna just delete all this. Now we're gonna drop it in here. Now this is a cool fact for those who are not, who are scared that you're not tech gurus. Easy stuff. A directory is actually just where something's installed. It's a location. So we're just gonna go properties, read only. Oops. Yes, please. Okay, and then we're just gonna refresh. I don't know why it's read only, but you know what? That's okay. So now we're gonna go to I think your best bet. I don't know what is going on here. There it is. So if you double click on the folder and you click right here at the top, all right, at first it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like a bunch of arrow thingies leading up to stuff. It's just telling you where things are. So I'm in my documents. That's what the icon is here. This PC is documents. But the hidden folder that people don't recognize is there's an extra folder for the user. And this is your directory, the full directory. So it's on my C drive, under users, Kyle G, documents, Assetto Corsa, telemetry interface. So now we can take that, and they say in the instructions to drop the directory, enter the full path of your local acti.exe. And then it says to specify IP address. So for this, I'm not too stressed about because it's a local host, so we don't need to worry about that. And then this is just information if we're triggering it from a remote controller or a remote computer. That's what I wanted. I wanted to have the laptop set up somewhere because I do VR, so I wanted the laptop like here so I can see my telemetry and see where my data is, see what I'm doing wrong on the laptop, and then pop into VR again and see everything there. But sadly, I can't do that. I forgot we're still in game. So we're gonna quickly go back inside game here, and see there is this full system path to be set. So we're just gonna delete all that. Control V. That's a big yikes. Oh no, we have to manually type that in, don't we? Gosh darn, if we have to, I will be a little mad. We do. So, we're gonna do my best here. How much can Seth remember? C, users Kyle G. I don't know how well I remembered everything, but let's see. So capital D, K, G, U, C, and C with a colon and a forward slash, everything else forward slashes. Okay, you know what? That wasn't that bad. I actually got it right. So there's users, Kyle G, documents, and ACTI. So now that that's done, trigger 0 IP address should be localhost. Auto connect, auto launch should be enabled. Save the settings. What else are they gonna tell me to do? Connected is triggered automatically in game. Click the save settings, restart Assetto Corsa game session. You know, just gotta make sure we do this right. So now that we're restarting, you can also set the ACTI trigger control settings directly through the app. And this is just MoTech stuff. This I'm not too scared about because MoTech actually loads properly. Acquiring telemetry data, auto trigger control options enabled. So you start in a Assetto Corsa game session, all the connections were automatically established, telemetry data will automatically start being recorded whenever the driver car goes out on track. So we should be good to go from here because inside of telem, or not telem, but reference labs, nope, somewhere, logs. One of these folders is going to create a folder for the car and track combo. So we should be good to go here. Since this is an 8.6, we're going to assume that we don't have a lot of race car telemetry data. So we're going to go to a different car. We'll choose Kunos, play it safe, and we're going to go with the Okayama, right? So we're going to go with the Japanese race car. And I think what better than to drive... Yes. Oh yes, of course. So we'll go with a Celica here. Video settings replay. Let's keep that on replay. So let's go. The trigger is reinstalled. Program is reinstalled. Let's see our luck if we can get this working. Because yeah, it would be very nice to have telemetry data as you're driving. It'd just be very awesome. So ACTI is properly installed. This is the package. So everything's done. Make sure you type the name correctly. Windows cannot find and then C. That's a little concerning. So there's something in front of the save, probably the space. That's probably where I effed up. So what we can do is, because we have a connection error since we couldn't find it, we have to manually set up the directory ourselves. So we can do that ourselves here if we click on, I have Assetto Corsa favorited, apps, Python, ACTI, config any. And as you can see, there's a bunch of this stuff. Don't know why. and then I'm just gonna see if it's just a space. Good. And then we're just gonna go Control S, SSS. We're gonna close this. We're gonna restart the game. Good thing that this is just one track and it's one car. Now, ACTI is installed once again. Well, not installed once again, but we configured it. Hopefully the file is set up properly. This is a pain. Let's see what we get here. Gotta take care of the wheel. Again, this wheel isn't actually mine, so I have to make sure I give it back to him in very, very good shape. So, we're here in game again. Let's see here. Trigger error. Connection refused. Error. UDP2. Auto connect. So it looks like there might be an issue set up once again, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, we have local host stuff set up. Let's see what they say on the PDF. Optional, you can also set the ACTI trigger control settings directly through the app configuration. Man, this is too much for my brain sometimes. Apps, Python, ACTI, config ini. So here, to be safe, we can actually copy the proper directory just to be safe. Alright, so that is set up. This one, I don't know why that's not working. Yeah, it should be localhost, so we should be good. So if we try to launch, local ACTI launch fail. Connection is still refusing. Open this up. You see here, the connection is establishing. Data synchronization is timed out though. Localhost to localhost. Pirate recording, make ECTI window topmost. Oh, the program like froze. Nice. Yeah, this simulator is so old. Okay. So we know that this works, but there still is this issue. This is an issue we didn't have last time. Very curious if we should put this back. Content mods, Militech telemetry, explore. 2014. And if we go here, because we were editing that file, the date should have changed. 2020. I don't know what to say. This is very sad. Yeah, I may or may not have to. See, the controls and the form and stuff is here, so that's good. But I don't know why it ain't working. I don't want to delete that just in case. This is just frustrating. It's starting to get to me. Oh yes. So, if we start another race, I did do changes to that file, but I highly doubt it's gonna work. I'm surprised it just won't trigger the app. It was doing it before. And then even if we try to run the app manually, now it won't work at all. Yeah, that's not good. Connection refused. Error. Attempting trigger 0 connect. It's a complete error. If we go ahead and we bring back those files, I'm curious if there's something in there that I'm missing. So we're gonna go to the recycling bin, and we're going to drag and drop this inside here. For now, we're gonna open it. Telemetry. We're gonna drag and drop all the stuff that's in here back. So let's go documents, replace. We're going to close this. config ini. So this is more recently deleted. This is from the Steam Apps Common. So we're going to go there in a directory, go apps in Python, ACTI. Full path. So that's the big difference, is it's a full path. Got it. So we can delete this. Instead of the ini, as you can see, we just have ACTI. So if we do this, we have the full path, yes, but I'm curious that one of the other issues that arose was due to me putting the exe completely in there. So let's try that again. Lots of confusing stuff going on. So, telem, we're going to delete all of this. So it looks like we still have an issue. So that could be due to, yeah. So we're gonna delete all this. It had nothing to do with the actual program. So we'll reinstall the program again. We're gonna exit out of this and we're going to put the full directory because it needs the exe. So that's what I was doing completely wrong. So what we can do is, to be safe, we can content mods, reinstall it completely. This folder is empty. And in Python, this folder doesn't exist. Program, modtech telemetry, ACTI, perfection. That's the app, that's Python. My lord, who knew that this thing would... Is that a G920? It's a G27. G27. It's from my friend, because I broke my 25 actually on stream. What was it? I think it was like 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I broke my shifter on stream. It really sucked. So now we're gonna go inside here, downloads, mods for Assetto Corsa, programs, ACTI, oh my lord. So we're gonna drop the program in here again because we don't actually need to worry about a config.xml in here. So that's good to know. And then the trigger itself, should be okay. So now we can pop back into ACTI. Looks like this has been changed. So localhost 11, close. So that's ACTI in Assetto Corsa, and ACTI fully reinstalled. Everything as it should. Temporary, nothing. Workspaces, nothing. We should be good. I hope. So everything's all done. Now we can run Assetto Corsa once more. Let's see. The amount of times I actually go back to check stream chat's kind of crazy. I just noticed that. Hey, it ran. So telemetry is kind of working, but will it record a lap? So let's see. So we now have established the trigger. Connection is green. All that jazz. So settings is okay. We don't need to worry about that, but this we definitely do. So connection's good. There's a disconnect. There's telemetry. So I tried to open up the live view and it just completely crashed on me. Oh, oops. Yeah, it just doesn't want to cooperate. There it is. So now, lap in progress. So this should show up on stream. There is your car, the track. It's now recording ground speeds and everything like that we need to know about. Tire pressures, temperatures, the grip, slip angles, things that we actually kind of find spectacularly interesting. Sadly, the circuit stuff, you have to do this manually. Don't know how. Don't care right now. Just want to make sure we can get an output file. So we have everything. We did manually run this though, because when we triggered it and we tried to open the live telemetry, that wasn't gonna work. So we got that working. Finally. So now let's drive around. Of course, I'm not gonna do the best or anything here. We're not setting spectacular times. I hate monitors now that I have VR. It's such a different experience, and then because of VR and the amount of things you can see, I always poked fun at real drivers who use hood cam, but actually hood cam is so much better to me in cockpit view from my perspective. Like, I don't drive a real race car or anything, but it definitely feels a lot more natural coming from VR and playing with monitor is him using this cockpit, using this hood view. Distances may be a little bit obscured, but hitting the line and your marks are a lot more easier and natural for me. Especially when you start to get used to it, you want to push the car a little better. Okay, let's get a valid lap in. After the valid lap, we'll do a safety lap after that, just in case, and then we'll stop in the pits. Okayama circuit is my favorite. Oh, we have to do 2, so this doesn't count. It's gonna be a lot of this. But yeah, I love this circuit so much. It's a shame that they didn't keep this for F1. The reason why is because they had Suzuka, so there was no need to have 2 Pacific Grand Prix when Suzuka's the more favorable and popular track, and I don't blame them. It definitely is more interesting than this, but this is definitely reminiscent of an era of car that didn't rely purely on downforce. Lots of these tracks are so high speed. Some of these corners are definitely challenging, like Piper Corner there and Revolver Corner here. But once you get through the S's and once you get through the hairpins, those fast sections and those sweeping corners, just I fall for those so much. I love racing here. I'd want to race here in real life, but that's a very expensive dream. So let's do 2 more laps, and then we're gonna pit. And we're gonna see if telemetry will save. We just need an output file. I don't know why everything else isn't working. Just don't invalidate. Oh my god, we need 2 laps. I can't do that, can I? Ah. Yeah, I hate rear-wheel drive cars. I mean, wait, all-wheel drive cars. I hate them so much. Their behavior is very different. And also their weight is unbearable. But at the end of the day, what matters is if the race car was good enough to compete. And during Group A, this car was definitely able to compete. Okay, 2 laps. 2 valid laps. Come on, son. We can do it. 2 valid laps. I almost went into 6th gear. That was an oh-no moment. Come on, car. Come on. 200. 150. Gotta play it nice and safe, right? Nice and easy. No. Okay, Seth. Brake a little bit. Turn the car in. Flat out 3rd. Come on. Hold the angle. Flat out. You could probably go earlier. I'm starting to feel it. This car feels spectacular. So balanced. Like, I'm not a JDM nerd because JDM cars. I just really love how these things handle. They're so good. I think the closest thing that can beat these for me would be, sadly, stock cars. Those things are sick. sadly there's not a really good amount of awesome stock cars to drive in Assetto Corsa. Most of your IndyCar and NASCAR driving is not done here, it's done in iRacing. You are so bad, Seth. Oh no. Okay, we did one, but we need 2 in a row. Which sucks. I really dislike how iRacing is the subscription-based platform as it is. But it's undeniably the truth that when it comes to Sims, it still reigns true. It may have an old system, it may be running an old program, and you know, it's old. 2008, maybe older. But what's really important, I think, in my eyes, is that it does rules and regulations really well. They do take it seriously. Money can be won there. Teams and sponsorships could possibly lead you to an awesome career. So iRacing is not a joke. It just sucks that in terms of accessibility for iRacing, it's very limited. Because overall, in Assetto Corsa, at least most of the modifications that you're getting are free, so a lot of the content I have is free. Like 1,900 cars, that's a dream come true, to be able to drive those many kinds of cars from different disciplines, right? Your touring, your V8 supercars, some drag cars, rallycross, F1, open wheelers, oval racing, street racing. Yeah, there's a lot of disciplines that can be dealt with in Assetto. So let's try to get that second lap valid too. Come on. And then we'll just cruise back, because I'll be so scared of failing this. Oh, I swear. Come on. One more lap. One more lap and then we're good. We're really pushing the engine hard though on the limiter, which isn't ideal. Ease up all of the road, through the moss S's. Cut the track a little bit. Braking on the dirt is not ideal. Flat out third. All the way, all the way. Straighten her up. Go outside. 200, 150 now. Play it safe. Apex late a little bit. Wide, go in again. Brake now. brake now. Brake a little bit. Alright, now we do one more lap, and that's our cooldown. I like how this is my cooldown lap, yet I'm still going a little too ham. Good thing we didn't cut the track, that's all I care about right now. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, the tires. Squealing. People get annoyed about, I don't know if you can hear it, but the brake noise, I love that shit. Like, if you got race brakes, own that. Man, people hate the squeal or the ceramic noise, but I really love that noise. It's so good. So we're back to pits. There it is. So now we sit here for a bit. So we can see our best time lapped. Here is a 1:47, and the last one we did was a 1:48. Select opponent. Cool. So we can see the differences in our gas, our gearing, speed, and braking here. So there was only a light braking on the last, but there was hard braking. I don't know where that happened, but I'm guessing this is T1. So we head into T1 here. Hard braking. Off the speed. I'm just like flat out on it, just letting off. And then over here, a little bit of a brake, hard braking again there. And there's our speed curve. I'm able to carry a little bit more speed. As you can see, it's a lot more smoother. Here, that was kind of, I don't know what happened there. That's not good. But over here, that's where I'm getting my time there. Over here too, I carried a little bit more speed just before we left, and I was able to gain more speed just before we left that corner. So overall, I was carrying a lot more speed in that section. Let the speed kind of trickle down instead of aggressively stopping. Same over here. And then overall on the exit, because I had a smoother exit out of the McKnight corner, I think it's called, the last one. On the last turn, I'm able to hold the speed. And there's my throttle response. As you can see, I'm more aggressive on the throttle. Flat out whenever I am. Here, there's a little discrepancy. Flat there for a second. I don't know what I did there. And then the gearing. Boppity boopity bop. Highest being 6th gear. So there was an issue here. I was able to shift up for a bit. Cool. I shifted up at some point. And I was here on this gear for a lot more longer. Premature shift, or probably something happened here. I don't know why on the last lap that happened. Anyways, even just simple things like this, there's a lot of stuff to gather. PS4? Playing on PC. Playing on PC. Dr. H. Thanks for popping into the stream, by the way. So, that's that. So let's see if we quit-a-roo, we get the documentary. I want the document. I want it so bad. So, we waited for a while. We're going to now quit the game. And we're going to see if it's saved. So let's check. So there's ACTI, Telem, Okayama, nothing. Nothing. So we're going to let my buddy know. That sucks. Let's go to stream intermission. This was a waste of time. Yes. This is a complete waste of time. Aw, man. So we tried to run this manually. Again, nothing came out of this. That's really sad, man. Like, you don't know how sad I am right now. We'll still be able to stream though. I'll be doing some thing in VR because I want to. This is a yikes. Either that, record OBS. So, at potato. Nah, dog, it didn't work. Tried running the ACTI program manually, and then doing 3 laps, an out lap, hot lap, then a cooldown, and made sure to stop inside the pits and waited like 3 minutes. After closing AC, I'll file a Roni. No, file a Ronies. Yeah, that sucks. Before we start the TA phase, I will nuke the current S tracker so everything is clear for the real counting times. Oh, shiz. It's only the 15th, right? Okay, good. So, King of the Mountain is a Toge thing going on right now, and I was kind of curious about doing that myself. Well, I have been doing it myself, but, you know. Are there many people online? Actually, well, the community that I'm racing with, it's very touchy. There's not a lot of people active on Toge Union. Well, actually, Toge Union, more like for the group I'm racing, because like right now, it's like 20 people competing on this like small Toge event, which I hope will start to grow a little. If we're talking like GT3 racing, a majority of people like me, I think, have moved over to Assetto Corsa Competizione. So it's very rare. Depending on the discipline you want to race, it's rare to find people filling niches like this, because I like street racing. So not a lot of people. I think I can definitely show you what's going on here. Pop into game. We're going to do game sources. Goodbye display capture. Because yeah, like I mean in general, if it's like actual racing, I bet you there might be more people playing. So let's do that for you. Yeah, 6 out of 16 on this one server. Bunch of cars I don't own. See if it's like a GT3 race. All the time. All the time. There's a race in progress. Ah. This is in the UK though, so high ping for me. This one right here in Germany. It's a track day. Cute. Another Nordschleife realistic day. Sadly, because some of these will be mods, some, not all. Yeah, sadly people on console won't be able to have the joy of racing. with these people if they're using mods. And it's just due to limitation. This is a group TR DPC cars. I've never seen these before. Assetto? Why are they at Assetto Highway? What kind of what? Volkswagen TDI? These are okay. Drift Brothers. Lots of drift servers. People be running drift servers like it's the end of the end of an era. Is legit gonna keep going. Cool. Real Traffic, Toge Street Soul. Cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of these kind of servers. Drift servers are pretty high, but F1 is very rare for me. I don't see lots of F1 races, as you can see. Like, what the frick is this? Quali. $14 out of 24. It's just a practice. F1 Mania. Oh, man. So this website is kind of sketch, but if you want to do F1 races on PC, this is kind of cool. GT3. Course people be here. But yeah. The servers I like, again, are mainly for Toge. So as of right now, I think 24 people have been interested in doing certain Toge, so we actually might have lots of people doing battles, which would be kind of cool. Toge Life servers here, their Discord, Toge Union, you can definitely find an invite for that. Lots of people pop on these servers because, you know, they just want to prove themselves, want to be fast. It's normally how it is. And it's very fun to be there. And especially the Assetto Highway servers. These ones are going to be so full nowadays because of COVID. So very rare do you find a car that you want to drive available. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Yeah. It's a very mixed bag. Like for me, again, I do a niche thing where I want to be racing on street servers a lot. Find that to be the most fun for me. So we'll be doing a thing. A1 ASR historic open wheels. Wow. Weekly track rotation, hot lap race. There's a race. What? Okay, I think I'm going to do some practice on Yusui. I'm not the fastest there because we suck, but let's practice it. So we're gonna pop into VR. Gonna change some settings around. I kind of wish that Content Manager was the default for like everything. Legit, honestly, so good. So we're gonna go ahead and disable the mod because we know it doesn't work. So drifting A is fine, blah blah blah, no other app stuff on. Yes. And then PP filter. Yes, I like the PP filter. Cool. I think that should be good. So we're gonna finally be able to drive and not be too stressed out. So we can go ahead and disable a few things. So we can go this. This was a mistake. I'll just let the stuff load in. I tried to shield you, chat. I can't. I can't. So default. Oh no. This is the worst thing in the world. Yeah. So we should be good. Okay, looped. Love that song so much. Okay. So The 8.6 chime noise is gone. Everything else is good to go. We should be fine. 8.6 and then just default and settings, apps, stuff. Good. So let's join. So we'll be popping in VR. Oh my goodness gracious, man. I just kind of want to pass away. Very slow there. Oh. Oh gosh. I just need to post a thing in my family chat. Okay. So devices, we're good. Discord I can close. I'm actually using that to listen to music. And we should be good. Levels. All levels. You're a bad boy. So 20, normally I run this at 17 decibels so I can actually hear music and chat if something happens, and also in-game volume just a little bit. Now, we should be able to actually like do a thing. So currently the standings, I am 9th now. Nice. So I was 6th at some point, I think, or top 10. Still top 10, that's good. So we have to chase the 30s. Baba's insane. Holy cow, man. So we're gonna do our best here. No promises. So the FD2. The Civic was just released. I had the liberty to race it. Or liberty. I had a oh my god, I had a blessing to race it with a buddy, and first time it was released, and yeah, the car feels spectacular. It really is balanced and feels right in my opinion. But the one thing I'm kind of sad about is it is front-wheel drive. I don't like front-wheel drive cars as much as I love my rear-wheel drive cars. So, nothing against Civics, nothing against Integras, nothing against whatever, right? But personally, I really love rear-wheel drive cars so much. So this car was a little bit of a, you know, kind of a suck. But the model's really nice, engine's really nice, sounds and everything are really nice. Everything is Gucci. I don't want to run ABS, but knowing everybody will be, I'm going to. I personally don't want to, but oops, sorry. Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and do what's right. So for now, we're just gonna look at camber gains and stuff as we're driving, see if we're running proper temps. Red. I think that camber-wise, I think the suspension's fine. Red, so we have to give it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I'm looking at that telemetry so much, but that's okay. And these are street tires, so we're gonna be running into plenty of issues with heating and grip, as you can tell. I think I was able to get away with 29 PSI, so we should be okay with the tires. Oh Lord. I'm more worried about that outside tire. What is it doing as I'm turning? Turning red, so negative. So it's gaining a little too much positive camber as we're turning in, so we're gonna have to, yeah, definitely make it more negative. By like 1. Literally 1 or something. And the rear is behaving itself very well under load. Sort of. So we're gonna give the rear a little bit of negative camber too. Just a little bit. Yeah, so we'll give the rear a little bit of negative camber. Some of the front. The rear might need just as much as the front. Yeah, like 0.6 degrees there. Then, okay, so let's go back. Let's see here. We can get away with less. ABS on. We're gonna give this a little bit more negative camber. This is as max as it can go. Yikes. Toe should be fine. Green. So we're into green. Yeah, we're in the green. Yeah. Woo! There it is. Maybe a little bit more. Just a little bit more, because under load and those tighter corners, looks like the outside wheel just gives up. Just a little bit more. A little bit more, looking at that graph. Okay, we should be good. All right. So Yusui Pass. This is actually apparently the Drift King Kaiichi Tetsuya. This is his home course. So it's kind of cool. Oh Lord. Yeah, we're not gonna get really good times. I can expect horrible times now. Front-wheel drive driving is completely different from driving an FR. It's a very faith-based system. Because in FR, it's truly control that will dictate whether or not you're successful. Here, it's faith that you have to remember projections and physics, being on throttle, being on brake very fast and early, and everything like that to avoid understeer. Oh Lord. Every FR technique you've learned, you throw out the window, because these cars behave completely different. With the front wheels driving everything, they do three things. They accelerate, they stop, or decelerate, accelerate, and they steer the car. So you have so much different kinds of vectors working on these tires, and your job is to manage that and to somehow help not subject these tires to too much of one force or all of them at once. So one of your things that you're doing is doing two of the three things. So you're probably gonna decelerate and steer, and you're gonna accelerate and steer. So you don't want to be doing all three inputs at once. And that's a tricky situation that I find myself in, because I do that all the time. On top of that, you're driving a standard and tight roads. So there's a lot more to think about than your typical track day car on a track, on a street road, where you can possibly die by driving straight into a guardrail or off the mountain pass. So you have to be very careful. Oh yikes. We'll take that as an L. Oh Lord. Hearing Baba's voice in my head, all I can hear him saying is coast. For some of these corners, you just have to coast it. You don't need to actually be on power. You don't need to stop. You just need to coast. So I can kind of imagine where he's thinking that is possible. We'll be guard bumping a little bit for a while, till we figure out where we gotta really go. UC Pass is not a toge I go to often on Assetto Corsa, so I don't know this too well, but that is no excuse. Oh, that's horrid. Yeah, we're gonna be riding those rails a lot. To remember what's coming up all the time on every toge is annoying, especially when you're learning so many at once. Some corners look familiar though, and rhythm too. Like this is very reminiscent of Iraha, Akina, and sort of Akage actually. I would think more Akage. Because although there's no humongous decline, these corners and the way you have to take them. You have to be very smart about proper line to take. And now handbrake, yes. I got nothing to say of myself here, except for learning the track and figuring out my braking zones and all that jazz. There's a lot of places though that you can see I'm losing speed and time, because you can just be accelerating all the way through them possibly. Hairpin time. Yeah, people will be doing this at frickin' in the 430s. Jeez. Turn-in response is so much better with proper camber. Especially on that last, like, that fast downhill straight. Normally the car would just be understeering for me, and I'm just, like, feathering the throttle, try to get it in there. But yeah, definitely the tune helped out a little bit. Tire temps, +2, so we're gonna -2 in the front, and we're gonna put +2 in the back. And we're talking PSI here. Not a good time, of course, just a 52. But hey, you know what? That's, in my opinion, so much better from before. I think I was doing 57s the first time I did USWE, so we're getting used to it. Now with these temperature changes, or pressure changes, we should be able to see that the front should be at an ideal temperature throughout the toge, and the rear should be really, really good too. We have to come in as close as possible to that wall. That's okay, we'll be wall bumping here and there. Slowest way around that corner. Yeah, this is one of those toge's where line matters the most. You hit the proper line here, you're golden. Especially when you can remember what's coming up. No handbrake, I can't save myself. Yeah, sadly shift locking on this car won't rotate it, you'll just be understeering right off. So I can't use certain techniques in this car as much as I'd want to, because drivetrain limitations prevent you from being able to do certain nasty rear-wheel drive tricks to save yourself from understeering. So yeah, going wide here seems to be probably the play, and then, oh god. Which is very interesting indeed. The mad understeer, I really hate it. But again, that's just me. I drive every car like I drive the 8.6, so from there I start to either dial it down or bring it up again. But yeah, I can see the amount of time people gain by just holding on to their speed and coasting most of the corners. Yeah, that turning response, you're just not expecting it to be that good in a car like this at that speed there under those conditions, which is a good thing. So the car's behaving itself. Some corners entry looks the exact same as another's, so I get so scared. I'm going flat out sometimes. That's just gonna come with track knowledge, I hope. Brake a little early, that way we can accelerate earlier on exit. And there's our 3 seconds. So we're back at a sub 50. Temperatures looked good. Car felt good. At this point now, it's just finding time. At least we have our FF button in case something bad happens. ABS definitely makes a difference in this car, and it's a difference that I'm upset with, because of course your boy doesn't want to drive with ABS, but because we have to, due to competition being a little bit more tougher, it's understandable. Even if I'm pushing, I'm still making mistakes, so you can tell where this is going. Like, you have to keep the line. Like, the line is the most important here, I feel. You mess up the line, you mess up the track. Yeah, right there alone was a second, because we're following the line. That a wicked understeer coming to bite your ass every single moment of your life. Like, oh. Yeah, if I had a handbrake right now, I'd be able to save myself, but forgot to bind it. Oh, Lord, it really didn't want to listen. That's okay, car. but, you know. Horrid. Oh, baby. Yeah, we lost all of that time just now. What is this? Ah, this is so much fun. It's a laugh of pain from the bottom of my heart. Because when you're in the rhythm, you feel good, but then the rhythm isn't the same as a track, so. What is this car sometimes, man? Alright. What do you mean? Yeah, this stream is just gonna be me messing up the entire time. I can't really change the angle more because it won't make a difference. Putting more steering angle is just not going to help. You're just going to understeer. You're asking too much of the tires already, turning in this much. So when you're turning in more, you're just saying tires, I want more turn-in. In reality, you're just saying tires, ask for more grip. But there's just so much grip and friction that the tires can handle going at a certain speed, at a certain steering angle. So realistically, there's some stuff that the car can't accomplish. Yikes. So a lot of these corners now are just corners you need to carry speed through, and you have to remember that they exist. Which does suck. Yeah, track knowledge means the most when it comes to places other than your favorite tracks. Oh god. Sorry about that. Oh Lord. coast. Flat coast.
There it is. We lost a lot of time, however, which does suck. We're back on track. We still have 10 seconds that you can find here. And a majority of that will just be, can you clean up your line? Accelerate faster out of the corner? Brake later? That's a bad line, but that's okay. At this point now, let's have a nice session of just running through it. We did that corner so well, that one lap. We're always gonna lose time there. Yikes. Lord. By 4 seconds. You know what? We're doing the jump. Yes. Okay, let's go. I think we cut the track. Too much. We're gonna turn off camber extravaganza because we won't need it now that we found the right temperatures and everything. Yo, Daniel, nice to see you popping in. Nothing much, just practicing. I don't know when this battle's coming. I think it's like 2 weeks from now, but Honda Civics, basically. Fun times. Fun times. How you been? We're gonna switch this car, or this track, because I wanna listen to another song. Sadly, I won't be able to let you guys listen to what I'm listening to, because, you know. Good ole, memes. Good old memes. I think it's like under history or something. I'm gonna find those. I will. Yikes, where's my song? I love listening to this song. Where? There it is. Won't fall apart, baby. Yikes. We're a second behind. Restart. We actually found 0.4 seconds here. So there's so much more time to be gained. Just imagine being able to hold on to all that time that you found. See right there? That's a fuck up. Every time. All my time gone. Oh, I think I quit. That's an F moment. Nice. Oh yeah, you know what I forgot? We didn't save the setup. Yikes. Okay, we got so lucky. Assetto Corsa is so kind. It saves your last setup in generic, so if you guys ever run into that issue, we were racing and you're like, okay, I accidentally kept my quit button, and you wanted to save that setup, you can save it. You can retrieve it, I mean, from all the way at the top at generic. A majority of these issues could be saved with a handbrake, but at the same time, it's frowned upon by myself because it just means that it can be avoided. At this point, I'm just probably done. Not with the stream, but just with this combo. There's only so much that I can do at my limit. And it's just ridiculous. I was able to at least do another 344. So that's good. But yeah, these guys are just insane. I don't know how they're doing it. So we'll keep practicing, try to sharpen our skills, but we're gonna do either a different car or track. Gonna make a little fun AI battle for myself. Hoping that the AI line works here. We can do a little race with them. Maybe I'll gain a little bit more confidence here. I don't want to drive the FD2 because I feel like once I visualize the line, it would be a little bit more easier to drive it. It's always been the case for me. Because normally what I do is, if it's a new track, I'll take the 8.6 there and then just drive all out. Because at least I know how the car behaves. So what's really funny is I can probably tell the quality of the track mod by just driving the 8.6 there. Oh no.